I typically never say this at the beginning of the video, but if you're looking for a fat tire, really nice cruising style e-bike that has a lot of power and allows you to actually ride up to 2 people on it with the actual included foot stands for the person in the back. This is definitely going to be a very unique experience. We're talking about the Addmotor Soletan. This is the M-66X model that is a e-bike that has fat tires with amazing suspension and a very unique design that at first look may not seem like it's going to be the most comfortable and most enjoyable ride that you're going to get, but it will not only deliver, it's going to deliver even more. This is TK and this is my review of the brand new M-66X from Addmotor. Let's check it out and I want to share with you guys why this is so much fun. Like and subscribe and make sure you hit that bell icon so that you're always notified to whenever we have new videos on the channel. We're going to start off by always talking about the assembly of this bike, which is literally I would say almost 80 to 90% assembled and ready to go. You pretty much have to assemble the main tire on the front and of course the ability of putting the actual handlebars on the top and configuring and allowing the display to come in place. But once you have all of that done, and literally it took me maybe about 10 to 15 minutes mostly to get configured and be aware of how things are and setting it up and getting it ready to go. That's all it's going to take. The battery is really nice. We have a nice large battery, but the assembly is very simple. And there's a few color options that you're able to pick up from them. One of them that almost looks like an old beach cruiser. And this is one of the reasons why I really was intrigued actually about checking out this e-bike from Addmotor. So the first and foremost, what I'll probably say is the one I have is the yellow one. There's an orange one, there's a white one, a few other colors. And again, the main thing that comes up on this is the enjoyment of riding a bike like this and getting the comfort level that you experience from riding an e-bike, because e-bikes have a lot of functionalities and this one will not disappoint. The big thing about this is this features pedal assist as well as throttle control, which means you can have an assistive pedal configuration from level 1 all the way up to level 7, and that gives you the ability of getting the right level of assist when you need it at the right speed that you want to go. Of course, the throttle mode just basically takes you from 0 all the way to the maximum speed, and that's going to be the biggest experience there. But as far as the power and what we're getting here, this is a 48 volt 750 watt powered e-bike with fat tire and of course definitely better suspension on both the front and on the back. We have pedal assist up to 7 levels as well as throttle control, the maximum speed of about 20 miles an hour. The battery that we have is a 20 ampere hour battery with about 8 hours to charge from 0 to 100%. And it's rated to be able to give you somewhere around 105 miles. I'll probably say this is going to depend on your usage and of course the power level that you're riding it. We have brakes and signal lights in the back, which is really nice. And we have a couple of options of signaling people that we're coming on. We have the regular ringer, the bell that we have at the front, and we have a built-in one into the actual bike that sounds really nice, and we'll give you guys a demo. The maximum weight capacity on here is up to 300 pounds with both sitting on the banana style seat. And this is up to 2 people with available basically feet support for the back person sitting there. But again, keep in mind a maximum of 300 pounds. The great suspension that we have here between the front fork as well as the rear shock suspension, it's very nice. And of course the fat tires themselves also absorb a lot of that shock when you're going off, let's say when you're not riding on the main surfaces, like let's say clear roads, if you're going on basically gravel or something like that. Step through design, so the body style and of course the step through design. And then of course the textural areas, mechanical brakes, of course, to give us the best experience. All of this is powered by that electric brushless motor that we have in here. Now when we're talking about the rideability of this, when you're using throttle mode, it's pretty much straightforward. You're just from stop, you start off by just twisting the control, well, the throttle on the right side. So on the right side, you have the control that basically just allows you to basically twist it. It's sitting right next to the handle. Very simple, very easy. And that's one of the things I like about it. If you don't want to actually participate in the exertion of energy in here, this is going to work really good. If you switch it over to pedal assist, basically this is where you need to kind of learn how to be able to configure both the gear that you're going to be in to give how much power you're exerting to be able to ride the bike. And of course, matching that with how much power the bike is going to be exerting with that pedal assist. Again, level 1 through 7, 7 being the maximum, and you're able to basically configure all of that. Let's go outside real quick and I want to share with you guys with a quick clip, of course, of riding this. And I want to share with you guys the experience of how does it feel going on pedal assist versus full throttle. And of course, the ability of using the brakes and how quickly is it or how responsive it is. We're outside right now with the Addmotor fat tire e-bike. The biggest thing I'll probably say is out of the box is pretty much almost ready to go.
we're going to try out the different steps or the different options that we have in here. If we use the boost mode, for the most part, it's just going to go straight up to 20 miles an hour. So just be aware when you're going there. There's no step levels the way we have it with the pedal assist. The pedal assist does go through 1 all the way to 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that will give you the different feeling of the assist that you'd like to be able to do. And it's simple to switch between one and the other. You just start pedaling, it goes into pedal assist mode. Whatever you see on the display as the pedal assist mode level, it is going to be what the level is going to give you. Now, I have the ability of going it all the way down to 1, that's eco mode. 2 is considered eco. 3 is considered to be standard mode. So 3, 4 is standard mode. Then when we go 5, 6, it's power mode. 7 would be the highest level, which is 6, 7, the highest level in there. The other thing I want to mention to you guys is that we do have a horn, although we have a little bit of a bell. So that's the bell, and of course, that's actually the horn, which is kind of pretty loud. Also have directional signals, right and left, that's indicated in the back for somebody that's behind us. But let's not waste any time. I'm going to start it off with pedal assist level 1, and we'll give you guys a kind of like an indicator every time I change. So hopefully you guys can hear me. This is level 1 pedal assist. Now I have it on gear 1, so it's definitely a little bit harder than usual. So we're going to go ahead and level 2. Level 2, a little bit better. And we're up to 10 miles an hour. Level 3. Okay, not bad. Level 4. Not bad. And that was hitting brakes from maximum speed of 20 miles an hour. Gonna get off a little bit on the road. I'm not mistaken, somebody's behind me. It's actually not bad. Overall, depending on how the ride level that you want, you're able to customize it. I'll probably say, if you want an exercise, pedal assist is gonna be it. As you can see, you can hear it from my voice. All the configurations, everything is pretty much straightforward on the display. It's actually very nice, very easy to read, very simple way of actually getting all the information. Okay, I switched direction. We're going to go back in the other direction, and we're going to just go acceleration straight with boost. One thing to mention is that you do have the ability of turning off the auto acceleration from pause with the button under the boost level. Couple of things to note when you're using the boost mode, that the boost mode does not have an auto lock, meaning a cruise control mode. If you're going at a certain speed, after some time and you release it for some reason, it will slow down. So you need to keep in mind that you have to keep that button run there. My hope is that you can still hear me. Again, the main thing is with the wind a little bit. The other thing, as I mentioned, there is a button under the boost to turn on auto start and without auto start, meaning that you can actually turn it off, and I can just basically keep doing this all the time. It won't start. The moment I push it, it'll start accelerating from stop, and that's the level that you have. Maximum is about 20 miles an hour, either with pedal assist or without. Depending on the ride, where you're going to definitely get a very comfortable and very nice ride. This is literally one of the most comfortable rides I've ever had. The seat level is so easy. You're able to accommodate another person in the back with the little pedals that we have on the side. So it is intended to be a maximum of 300 pounds entirely. Obviously, with me, it's not going to work with my son and I. The fat tire keeps it very nice, comfortable, cushiony, and the suspension that we have here on the bike makes it even more comfortable.
And what I would probably say is, although there was a lot of wind, and I hope you guys were able to obviously get a really good audio experience there, is that the power that you have in here is absolutely felt right away. That 750 watt experience that you're getting here has a lot of pull. And of course, you're definitely getting a very nice long seat. And what I would probably say this is, it's intended for 2 people to ride. But from my point of view, when I'm riding it by myself, I can actually ride it a little bit further back and make it so my feet are a little bit more extended. Again, more of a cruiser experience, and then use the throttle on that and just enjoy the ride there. Now, as far as storage and configuration, what you're able to do with this, I will say that out of the box, the bike does not have any storage options, and you're not able to use, I would probably say, like standard storage options that you're able to find on some of the other bikes. And that's primarily because of the banana style seat that we have. So it is a very comfortable seat, and Addmotor has some accessories if you want to be able to have like a little compartment in the back to be able to stow things in there, put a water bottle or so on. And it even has an attachment for a little cart that you're able to pull behind you. A lot of function has been built into this. But what I will say is, of all the e-bikes that I've reviewed to date, this is by far the most comfortable, the smoothest, and the easiest bike that I was able to get together, assemble, and start using it. Using it on regular roads where it's paved, going inclines and declines, it was working perfectly fine. And what I really loved about it is when I decided to go a little bit off-road and started to go on gravel a little bit where there was more potholes in there. So that actually became very much almost the same experience. I thought it was going to be a lot more rougher, a very different experience. Absolutely not. Very comfortable, very easy. The range on this was absolutely very, very good. Again, charging it, you can charge the battery directly on the actual bike itself by plugging directly into it, or you can remove the bike off of it and then bring the battery inside with the charger and then charge it overnight if you want to be able to do it. Again, up to 8 hours from 0 to 100%. The display is very nice, it's very clear to see, and of course the overall rideability of this is very comfortable. Now the last thing I will mention overall is that step that we see here, where the step-through experience for the bike. It's intended for you, let's say if you're going on an extended amount of time in throttle mode, so that you don't have your feet sitting on the actual pedals. It's more of a personal choice. For me, I tried it a couple of times. I'm assuming if, let's say I was a little bit, I'm not gonna say shorter, but essentially if somebody with shorter legs may enjoy it a little bit more. For me, I felt more comfortable when my feet were on the actual pedals. So when we're kind of wrapping up everything, we have a great suspension, fat tire experience, smooth ride, easy transition between throttle and pedal assist, depending on how you want to ride it. Of course, we have the signals that we have on the back. We have the dual horn configuration with the horn, the electric one, and the bell that's on the steering wheel. A great big display that gives you not only just easy visibility, but also the ability of actually enjoying it outdoors in the sun. There is no app support. I did talk to them when I reached out to them. They did mention essentially that they are working on one, so hopefully in the future we'll be able to see one, but currently there is no application. So tracking is pretty much kept to when you're going out. You can actually install something on your smartphone. I ended up putting my smartphone holder on it, and it's pretty simple to turn on something that uses GPS, so you can get your tracking, your mileage, and all of that. Everything gets tracked correctly straight up on your smartphone without any problems. And of course, make sure you're wearing the right helmet to support you and of course protect you, God forbid something happens. But at the end of the day, this is by far one of the most enjoyable, smoothest rides that I've ever had on an e-bike, and it is so much fun to just go out and spend some time in nature and enjoy the outdoors. My hope is that you found this bike or this video helpful, and maybe the M66 could be the right bike for you. Like and subscribe as usual. Thank you very much for the support, and I'll see you in the next e-bike video. Bye-bye for now.